And gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. And what a game for your San Francisco 49ers. It wasn't pretty, but it doesn't matter how you do it. But if you find a way, when the game was on the line, the San Francisco 49ers, with their backs against the wall, needed a touchdown on that last drive. They were trailing 21-17, and what did they do? They put together their best drive of the game when they absolutely needed it, and got it done. And oh my goodness, dude, that was just one of the most craziest games, up and down, that I have ever seen. I mean, it was very nerve-wracking, being that we did not play well for most of this game. The first half did not play well. Defense struggled stopping the run. And look, that is what we do best out there. So when you look at this game, there is a lot to learn from this game. But at the end of the day, we got it done. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. What a win. The Niners get the job done, 24-20, and they advance to their fourth NFC championship game in the last 5 years. And when you look at this year's team, you really have a good feeling that this team can go all the way. And look, this game today, we did not play our best. We did not look our best. And, I don't think it's because of the time off. I think the 49ers made the right decision to rest their key players against the Rams. But when you look at this Packers team, you give credit to them. They have been playing great football, down the stretch. They had to win must-win games. So they had kind of been going into this with some momentum, and it was up to us to try to put a stop to that. And, give credit to the Niners defense, because early in that first half, the first 3 trips to the red zone, Packers did not score a single touchdown. So that is huge for our defense to be able to stop them early in the game, hold them to some field goals. What's going on, Greg Dayton? What's going on, AM Echo Sky? I am recovering my voice. Look, if you guys can see, definitely check out the YouTube shorts that I uploaded, and the reaction video from the game. I mean, just so much excitement, so many emotions watching this game. And look, it was no guarantee that we were going to win this game. And, hopefully Debo is going to be good. He did have to exit the game. Got his shoulder, seems to be the same shoulder that he injured earlier in the season. So prayers that it's not going to be anything too serious that would cause him to miss the game next Sunday. But not having Debo in the game, you can definitely see how it affected us. And even early in the season, when he had missed those 3 games, really affected what we do out there. Because Debo, one of the best all around, one of the best players in the entire National Football League. What he does with the football in his hands, and so to have him go out of the game, other guys had to step up, and when you look at Juwan Jennings, what a spectacular performance for him. He was just incredible out there. We were lucky to win that game. Got to play better versus, I assume, the Lions. Absolutely. And, obviously we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But when you think about the opponents that lie in front of us, as we are on that quest for six, we have come so close. And that's why this game today, when you were trailing in that fourth quarter, and, moments in this game, Packers appeared to have the momentum. It is crucial for us to learn as much as we can from this game when we look at the film, and we've got to get our run defense back to what they do best out there, because whenever we do not stop the run, teams run against us. That has proven to be a winning formula against us. So we got to get back to stopping the run. Today we allowed our first 100-yard rusher in 51 games. So you give credit to the Packers. They got a young, hungry team. So if you're a Packers fan, I think you're feeling still pretty good after this game, because nobody thought that you would have a chance. And for the Packers to have the lead, by 4 points in the fourth quarter, with about six minutes to play, no one thought that they would be in that position. So, wow, I mean, for us to come back to do what we needed to do on that final drive, Ravens looked real good, kicking the Texans' butt. And when you look at, we all thought that we were going to blow out the Packers, win by a nice margin, just like how the Ravens blew out the Texans, but it didn't play out like that. And, my takeaway from this is, look, I'm sure that people are going to say, oh, the Niners barely won that game. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you win the game, you advance, and I expect this Niners team to play much better next Sunday against either the Lions or Buccaneers. I think that this was a big learning experience, and anytime that you can learn as much as we can from this kind of game and in a win, because, this just would have been absolutely devastating had we lost this game. And so, right now we are going to enjoy this win, but we know there is a lot of work to do coming up, and I can't wait. I am beyond excited, everyone. What's going on, 49er fanatic? Good to see you, longtime supporter of the channel. Appreciate the support, everyone. AM Echo Sky, shout out to you as well. Shout out to you, Greg. I've seen you a lot in the chat. Appreciate your support, everyone. What a big time win. SG Sports Talk channel, how's it going? Oh man, it's been a great day. I mean, I was really hoping to go to this game. I'm telling you, I was planning to go to this game, but unfortunately it fell on a Saturday, and I work every Saturday. So the only way I would have been able to go to this game is if it had been played on a Sunday, and that's why I'm beyond excited, because I'm looking to be going to the game next Sunday. So I cannot wait for that, and to be able to hopefully share the experiences with all of you. Cannot wait. Let's go Niners. The San Francisco 49ers defeat the Green Bay Packers 24-20 in this NFC Divisional playoffs matchup. Now you look at the numbers for Brock Purdy. Look, not his best game. Yeah, prayers up to Deebo Samuel. Hopefully praying that his shoulder will be good come Sunday and get the rest he needs. But just thankful that it appeared to be not a serious injury. And so that's the good news there. But the Niners are going to need Deebo Samuel healthy if they're going to go all the way this season. Welcome in. That game is riveting. The entire just gave me a pulse pounding moment. I'm with you, AM Echo Sky. I mean, if you see the emotion, I mean, on my reactions to this game, look, I mean, this was the most up and down roller coaster ride of emotions that I can remember experiencing in a playoff game. And I mean, it doesn't get any more nerve wracking than what we saw being down in the fourth quarter and needing a touchdown to win the game. I mean, when you need a touchdown to win the game and you're on your last possession, that's where, yeah, anything can happen. If the Niners had turned it over there, we would not be here talking about a win. So to do what the Niners did with their backs against the wall to put together that last drive, go down the field, run the clock out, run most of the clock down. The Green Bay Packers did have a chance to get a field goal, and the way that they had been playing in this game, it just seemed like that this game was headed to overtime. But Dre Greenlaw, he had something to say about that. 2 interceptions in the game, including the game-sealing interception. What a game, Dre Greenlaw. When these big games happen, Greenlaw always comes through in the big game moments. Welcome in, everyone, to the 49ers post-game show. The Niners got the win. It wasn't pretty. Probably one of the ugliest wins that you'll ever see. But you get a playoff win. You advance to the NFC Championship game. And I expect this Niners team to play much better next Sunday. We're going to have a great week of practice, watch the film. And look, I think that this was a huge wake-up call for the Niners to, have this kind of game because, look, I think it keeps you sharp. It keeps you, humble. And I think that you have a lot to learn from this game. So when you can learn from the mistakes, and yeah, there were a lot of mistakes today, and thankfully it didn't cost us. But look, this team, with their backs against the wall, they were able to march down the field and get the game-winning touchdown. Christian McCaffrey runs it in for the game-winning touchdown. Honestly, that game is not the best for the 49ers all around. In fact, I knew the Packers are trying to take away from our season after what the Packers did to the Cowboys in last week's wild card game. Yeah, this game was not easy, and you expected a great challenge with the Packers and Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love has been playing great football in that Packers team, and at one point, nobody thought that they were going to make the playoffs. Not only did they do that, but they beat Dallas, upset them, and yeah, as you saw today, they almost upset us. As bad as we played in this game, but when it mattered most, with our backs against the wall, we were able to march down the field, and Christian McCaffrey runs it in for the game-winning touchdown as the San Francisco 49ers get the huge win 24-20 against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Divisional playoffs. And the 49ers advance to their 4th NFC Championship game in their last 5 seasons. I mean, it has just been unbelievable what we have been able to do, and the number of big games that we have played in. But we are still searching for that 6th Lombardi trophy. The quest for 6 continues. The San Francisco 49ers are 1 win away from advancing to the Super Bowl. Let's go, Niners. And let's take a look at these stats. Purdy overall in the game completed 23 of 39 passes for 252 yards. So not Brock Purdy's best game at all. He made some mistakes. Some reads that he had, could have been better. And look, I don't know if the rain factored into, how he plays and the grip that he had on the football. Because we remember in Cleveland earlier in the season, that game, it was pouring rain. So, look, you're not going to say, oh, it's because of the rain today. But for Purdy, not his best game. But when it mattered most, I mean, he was making incredible throws. And so overall, I think that, for him to go out there and do what they needed to do. I mean, that last drive, it's either you score a touchdown or, you're going to lose this game. Because we were trailing by 4 points at that point in the game at 21-17. And to put together that drive, I mean, just incredible. But not only that, the 49ers defense getting a critical stop. First it was the Greenlaw interception, the first of 2 interceptions in the game. That interception ends up leading to 3 points for the 49ers. They were hoping to get more out of that, but just got 14 yards. After that interception, we do get the field goal there. A Jake Moody, rookie kicker, 52-yard field goal, and that would cut the deficit to 21-17. Packers would get the football back, and then it was up to the 49ers defense, and they got a critical stop. They were able to get the football back to our offense. And then we orchestrate the game-winning drive. Christian McCaffrey runs it in for the game-winning touchdown. And then Dre Greenlaw, he would seal the deal with a game-ending interception. And I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, because at that point in the game, I mean, the Packers still had a chance to tie it. They had all 3 of their timeouts. There was still plenty of time on the clock. They had about a minute. And look, they were at, I think, their own 40-yard line. So they were short about 25 yards from getting into field goal range. So look, it was so nerve-wracking, this game, and the way it was going. You just thought this game is headed to overtime. But no, the Niners defense, they would have something to say about that. Fortunately, the Niners are barely separated from the Cowboys. I will go out and tell the Cowboys fans, hey, Cowboys fans, you see, this is how the 49ers beat the Packers in the playoffs. Absolutely. Yeah, that was just phenomenal. The Niners now in the all-time series, 6-4 against the Green Bay Packers. In the last 5 playoff matchups, the Niners have won. So we have had some ownage on the Cheeseheads, and a huge win tonight. The San Francisco 49ers defeat the Green Bay Packers 24-20 in this NFC Divisional playoffs, and the Niners advance to their 4th NFC Championship game in the last 5 years. What a game. What a win. I have no excuses that the fact that the Niners played sloppy game throughout the rain, but it is a light rain at the end of the game. And that was good because, we were able to, thankfully that last drive, not a light rain, and we come through there. I mean, just huge, absolutely huge. And we're able to advance. And now we got to look at the film and we got to get back to doing what we do best, our defense, stopping the run. Aaron Jones, he ran all over us. He had his 5th consecutive game with 100 or more rushing yards. And so when you look at what the Packers were doing, they were running the football well against us. We had some costly penalties, pass interferences, big ones. I mean, that, Green Bay would have been forced to punt, but no, pass interference gives them a first down automatic, and they're able to take advantage of those mistakes. So early in this game, I mean, it looked like Green Bay had the momentum, and the Niners, they made adjustments in the second half. Brandon Ayuk, who, didn't have the biggest game, but when it mattered most, I mean, he was coming through with big-time catches. And Jawan Jennings, what an incredible job he did out there. 5 catches in the game for 61 yards. I mean, just incredible. And when Debo had to exit the game with the shoulder injury, you needed to see guys step up. Chris Conley had a big catch on that last drive. I mean, huge. He got the big catch to get a first down and extend the drive. And then Jawan Jennings, I mean, what a game. Appreciate the support, everyone. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game, so would love to hear who you're taking as the player of the game. And for my player of the game, I am going to take Jawan Jennings. I mean, just an incredible game. 5 catches, 61 yards. And I mean, when the Niners needed to have guys step up, Jawan Jennings did so in a big way. So I'm going to go with Jawan Jennings as my player of the game. Thank you so much, everyone, and let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up that like button, everyone. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Smashing the like button, this lets the YouTube algorithm know that this 49ers post-game show is important, so YouTube can recommend this 49ers post-game to as many San Francisco 49ers fans and football fans out there. Thank you so much, everyone. What a game. I mean, this was one of the most unbelievable, crazy games that you're ever going to see. The San Francisco 49ers get the huge win, 24-21. I believe I was saying 24-20, but I meant to say 24-21 in this game. The Niners get it done. Coach Kyle Shanahan could have benched Ambry Thomas after a costly penalty. Yeah, he could have, and the way Ambry Thomas was playing, I think he made a couple of mistakes in the game. So look, I was not impressed with what he did out there. So look, they got to make adjustments. Have a great night, AM Echo Sky. On to the NFC Championship game. Let's go, Niners. Let's go, 49ers faithful. Let's continue the run. What a day. What a win. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And take care, everyone. Actually, what a win. We're wrapping it up here. Good to see everyone checking in. 49ers got the huge win, 24-21 against the Green Bay Packers in this NFC Divisional playoffs matchup. And it wasn't pretty out there, but the Niners got the job done. And when it mattered most, with their backs against the wall. The Niners needing to get a touchdown to win this game, and they march down the field and get the touchdown, and Christian McCaffrey scores the game-winning touchdown. What a win. The Niners advancing to their 4th NFC Championship game in the last 5 seasons. Let's continue the run. Can't wait for Sunday. The Niners will either play the Detroit Lions or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as we'll see that game tomorrow at 12 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time. Will be a great one. SG, what a great win for the 49ers. Player of the game, SG, taking Brock Purdy. Love it. I mean, it wasn't his best game out there, but when the Niners needed to make plays, Brock Purdy was making incredible throws and fitting them in tight windows. He completed 23 of 39 passes for 252 yards. And I think when you look at this game, I mean, look, everyone has always been trying to say, oh, Brock Purdy can't play from behind. And we got to see today. He played from behind, and not only did he do that, but he led his team to a game-winning touchdown drive. And so I think that what you saw Brock Purdy do today is that even in games where he's not playing his best, he continues to compete out there. And I mean, what a game. Love the pick. Let's go Niners. Let's hit that like button, everyone. Thank you so much for your incredible support. And if you enjoy these San Francisco 49ers live post-game shows, we're going to be breaking it down all season following every 49ers game. So cannot wait to see all of you here next Sunday. It is going to be a fun one. If there was a sports drink named after Brock Purdy, what would it be called? That's a great question. And I'm sure that, we may see something like that at some point. But you just love the competitiveness, and Brock Purdy, I mean, so humble out there, and his mindset, a winning mindset, and what a performance in a game where he doesn't play his best. He competes out there, grinds it out. I feel USG. I really wanted to be here at that game today as well, but unfortunately I had work, so I really am hoping to make it next Sunday. Hope to see some of you there. It's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. I am beyond excited. Let's go San Francisco 49ers. What a win, 49ers faithful. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night, and take care.